Do you feel that U.S. policy in the Middle East is truly about what they say, which is democracy and freedom, or more about kind of power and strategic dominance?
It depends on the circumstance, as always. And I am definitely not one of those, oh, America's the fault of everything. I will say the failing of World War I finale, which clearly was going to lead to a World War II, was the failing of Wilson withdrawing from the world and continuing the silly notion in the 20th century that somehow oceans completely separated us from the world. And whatever France wanted to do to Germany, that's their problem. It's not going to affect us again. What a short-sighted and stupid notion that was. A almost assured World War II, and thankfully some people learned that if you try to at least take a former adversary and help them rebuild, I am not fond of the concept of nation state building, but the reality is if you defeat an enemy and leave them in squalor, what are you going to get? Hate. You're just going to allow the situation for more festering of hate and assurance of more future conflict, as opposed to post-World War II Germany and Japan now being allies of freedom. And I do agree that the U.S. people, most of the time, not necessarily always our leaders, right? We have bad leaders at times too, do want others to have right of self-determination, and we strive for that. It doesn't always work that way. It's not always nice. It's not always clean. Look at Iraq as an example. We put up with Saddam Hussein for a long time because of Iran falling out of the U.S. orbit with the Islamic Revolution there, and they're cozying up to China and Russia. So we cozied up to Saddam, right? He may be an evil dictator, but he's our evil dictator, right? And so we put up with him as a counter and helped feed the Iran-Iraq war, again in the domino effect idiocy notion of, well, if we keep them fighting, it won't become a bigger problem for everybody else.